The Detroit Football Lions are one of the most creative and exciting offensive teams in the league right now. Wild, right? Offensive coordinator Ben Johnson has been utilizing his personnel to near perfection, outwitting his opponents with sleight of hand and smooth sequencing, leading to a barrage of points and the Lions being right back in the playoff race. There's a lot of teams sniffing around looking to poach him as a head coach, so let's see how he's getting it done for the Lions. So I'm sure we've all seen this play by now, and what a master call it was. But in a vacuum, running your eligible tackle out into the flat should absolutely not work on 3rd and 7, no matter how damn athletic he is. Luckily, football isn't played in a vacuum, and this is one of Ben Johnson's best skills, his ability to set you up using previous downs. This is the first play of the final drive, and they start out in a condensed double set, bringing an eligible Penei Sewell in motion, having him become the lead blocker on the dive play. Minnesota plays it well, and it's just a gain of 1. Play 2 of the drive, and again they're going to show motion, this time starting out in the tight bunch, bringing DJ Chark across the formation. But this is just window dressing to make the plays look similar, and it's another inside plunge. Williams can't get many, but the effect of these plays can't be measured in the yards they gain. On 3rd down, they appear to flip the first play of the drive, again bringing Sewell in motion, snapping the ball mid-motion as if he's once again setting up the lead block. However, he'll use the releases of Amon-Ra and DJ Chark to create a pick, flying out clear into the flat with nobody covering him. Switching to the end zone view, you can see Patrick Peterson signaling to Cameron Bynum he needs to switch out and cover the motion, but Bynum has his eyes locked inside on DJ Chark. Look how he simulates blocking down on the end, only to then leak out across the formation into the space. Bynum needs to switch this, allowing someone else to pick up Chark, but he has every right to be concerned about it, if he's been watching the tape. See, Ben Johnson had already called this play twice this season in pivotal moments, the first being with just 20 seconds left in the half versus Green Bay. This time, it's from a jumbo set look with the tight end coming in motion, and Shane Zylstra the beneficiary of the leak. This is the exact same play design and progression read, just out of a different formation. And here it is again on 4th and goal against the Bears. Raymond comes in motion from a similar but wider spread set than the Sewell play, creating an immediate shot to the flat. But Brisker and Eddie Jackson do a great job to switch and pick up the first option, so Goff comes back to his tight end. Great block and release, and it's yet another score. So this is why Bynum didn't want to switch. He was worried about what he had previously seen on the tape. And we're sure smart Lions fans are starting to put things together, because yep, Ben Johnson came back to this play with the game on the line against the Jets. Amon-Ra had been the only one really damaging the Jets defense in this game, so Johnson makes him the motion man. With the tape of Sewell running clean into the flat fresh in the defense's mind from the week before, the entire Jets defense shifts to stop the motion, forgetting the pivotal block release on the end of the line. Brock Wright is as wide open as you can get, making the most of this by taking it all the way to the house. That's the same play from 4 different formations, producing 3 touchdowns and the game-sealing first down. Ben Johnson's got these defensive coordinators scrambling. When you have a lineman as athletically gifted as Sewell, this opens up plays and designs that aren't there for most. And you know a coach who's willing to throw to his man makes good use of him. We love this call from earlier in the Jets game because initially we thought this was a broken play, but Johnson had noticed how empty the Jets were, leaving these open sides against the 1-3 set, immediately releasing Sewell out as a solo man screen. Not quite sure how Swift didn't get the first down here. It's all manner of screens as they look to get him on the move, using that big frame to launch DBs and clear lanes. And here's more flamboyant design here against the Jets. They've got 2 extra linemen on the field in Dan Skipper and Matt Nelson, with Skipper taking a wider split than a traditional tight end. 67 will motion as if he's bleed blocking through the open C gap, but this is all window dressing for the throwback screen to Amon-Ra, with Sewell and the right side of the line flying out to block for him. Look at the insane footwork from Sewell to burst out left as if he's stretch blocking, only to cut on a dime and sprint out to take out the slot corner. That's a 330-pound tackle, y'all. While the unit's pass protection has been elite at times, it's certainly not without its faults, and they've definitely gone through rough stretches protecting Goff, mainly due to problems at the right guard position. But there's no doubt they've been elite man movers. Sewell and co have been as good as any unit in short yardage, helping create a big push at the line of scrimmage, and this has been particularly fruitful on the goal line, with Jamal Williams leading the league in touchdowns, many of which he's gone basically untouched on. And having a unit this good has made going for it the rewarding call. The Lions have been one of the ballsiest called offenses this year, and while it's always going to be a percentage game and make you look silly occasionally, the benefits of extra possessions, more points, and belief in your men will always outweigh the negatives. It doesn't get any more brave than calling a fake punt on 4th and 10 on your own 25. Now that's a team trying to win. And you want to know what else to help you win? The sponsor of this week's video, HelloFresh. With calendars packed up this holiday season, you can count on HelloFresh to get back your free time by making cooking simple, quick, and easy. HelloFresh has made it easy for us to focus time on the channel, taking away the laborious task of cooking and giving us more time to focus on making videos and getting to spend time with our friends. Each recipe comes pre-portioned straight to your door, skipping the grocery store and a lot of the prep work, meaning you can have a scrumptious meal in just 20 minutes with very little cleanup required. Big on flavor and easy on effort, HelloFresh have over 35 recipes available to choose from every week, with something to please everyone. You can choose from family-friendly, fit and wholesome, or even veggie. Plus, you can easily customize your meals by swapping proteins or sides, upgrading your proteins, or even adding protein to a veggie meal. So go to HelloFresh.com and use code ThinkingFootball18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com and use code ThinkingFootball18. Now, outside of fantasy circles and tape junkies, Amon-Ra St. Brown is an unknown commodity to the casual fan. But honestly, he is a superstar in the making and the engine of this offense. One of the league's premier Swiss Army knives, St. Brown can do a little bit of everything and is simply unguardable in space. He's got the wiggle to lose any coverage, the route technique to freeze any DB, and an already veteran understanding of how to read zone coverage. The Jags are in a cover 2 here, and St. Brown reads it with ease, choosing not to break his option route in either direction at the top of his stem, simply pivoting back to Goff, and the two have built great chemistry, making this an easy first down. What makes Ben Johnson such a good offensive coordinator is seeing this innate talent and then building upon it, making reads easier and allowing the talent to shine. On the surface, this appears to be a standard doubles set, but examining closer, the Lions are in 21 personnel. That's 2 backs and 1 tight end. When Minnesota's defensive coordinator sees the Lions send out 21 personnel, he's expecting a tight formation and most likely some form of run. So naturally, the Vikings play base personnel with 3 linebackers on the field and 4 DBs. But Detroit actually split the fullback out wide to the bottom of the screen and the tight end at the top. And with DBs lined up over them in coverage, it's incredibly easy to see that this is zone. Lined up in the slot, Amon-Ra works into the linebacker's blind spot on the option route, before quickly snapping back ready for the ball from Goff. And here it is again against Green Bay, this time from a 5-wide 12 personnel look. The backs and tight ends once again flank the 2 slot receivers, trying to reveal the coverage and force a mismatch. Green Bay are in nickel here, but the 5-wide guarantees Amon-Ra or Khalif Raymond will be on a backer if they don't go man. And that is indeed the case with Green Bay playing quarters. St. Brown is too much for any linebacker, again, working his man from the slot for yet another first down. If you've got a man who's great in space, then ISOing him on the weak side and letting him go one-on-one is going to cause a lot of problems. We've talked about how these 1-4 sets are causing teams trouble this year, because it often triggers an automatic man coverage lock on the solo side, and Ra is too good one-on-one in space. The Giants are actually in quarters, but the creative 1-4 alignment with the tight bunch left leaves St. Brown as the only player right of the hashes, leaving him soloed up against Rodarius Williams. He runs that quick pivot, then pirouettes out of the tackle, getting down the wide open sideline space for yet another first down. And here it is again against the Bills. It initially looks like a standard spread set, but Khalif Raymond will sprint motion, revealing the man coverage, leaving Amon-Ra a whole side of the field to work in. Dane Jackson's ankles get a workout, as Ra cuts him open on the slant. When you have a player this dynamic, you've just got to find ways to get him the ball. One of the reasons we love St. Brown coming out of college was his ability to work from the backfield, and offensive coordinator Ben Johnson has continued this, getting him touches as a running back and getting the ball in the hands of his best playmaker. Game on the line and gotta have it, make sure it goes to your best player when you need it most. But it's much more than just jet sweeps and motion handoffs. Ra is able to operate as a full-on tailback. Here he is taking the handoff in the power play, following his pulling guard. And here it is again out of a split backs look, with Justin Jackson swinging on the snap to lighten the box and St.Brown following his left guard. Great vision here to read the pinch and cut early, hitting the sealed off backside, then dragging Sauce for 3 more. On 3rd and short against the Vikings, they once again bring out the split backs. But with Minnesota condensing in the box, the Lions will get wide to counter, giving it to St.Brown on the sweep. Great wheels to get wide, and a lovely head fake inside to press the gap and set up the block, allowing a clean lane to the edge. And this might be the single most creative run that we've seen on tape this season. The Lions are in a spread set with a tight bunch close to the left tackle, so any run out of this is assumed to be some form of QB keeper or jet handoff. But check out the slight misalignment of Ra in the bunch. He's 1 step further back and inside than usual. And this opens up the angle for the push pass inside trap play. With the D-line rushing hard, certain it's a pass, and nobody defending the middle of the field from the spread set, it works out to perfection. And St.Brown once again shows us that early cut ability, bouncing this and then lowering his head like a true running back. And the great thing about handing these off is teams now have to treat it as a standard formation and not just a gimmick, meaning when you do drop back to pass from it, you can put your best player in space under the formation, allowing him to go to work. With the premier offensive coordinator, an elite weapon, and a quarterback having a mid-career renaissance, the Lions have turned their season around and are right back in the playoff hunt. A team this creative deserves the nod purely for the quality of football they're playing, and Ben Johnson is absolutely going to get poached by someone at the end of this season. If Jameson Williams can get going, and he's shown a couple bursts already, this team could add a desperately needed field stretcher and give Johnson even more ways to torment the opponent. Let's see if they can close out and bring their fans playoff football for the first time since 2016. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out our latest breakdown on how the Bengals helped fix their offensive line, or our college evaluation of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Take care.